He allows us to do anything that we choose to do because we have a free will, as did Job. And Job even said out of his own mouth, the things that I have feared the most have come upon me. See, Job opened up that door for the enemy to be able to do that. And God is bound by his word. He tells us, by your words you are justified, and by your words you are condemned. By your own words you are justified. By your own words you are condemned. And Job had a fear that his kids were going to go into captivity of the devil. He had a fear of losing things, and he was vocal about all these things. Okay, he opened up that door for the enemy to come in. But I'm going to show you something, something that I had never seen with that before, and I hope that this will bless you. When Satan first came to the Lord about Job, he made the statement, and he said, oh yeah, I've been observing Job, but you put a whole hedge of protection around him where I can't get to him. Even though Job was speaking the wrong thing and had opened up that door, Satan is not omnipotent, he's not omniscient and omnipresent like the Lord is. He didn't even realize that he had an opening. That's what happens to us with God's grace and mercy, because the devil and his demons are not everywhere. They're not like God. God is everywhere all the time. They weren't even aware that Job had cracked that door open. The Lord was the one, because in all of his sovereignty and truthfulness and righteousness, he disclosed to the enemy, no, he told the truth. No, I have not. That door is open. Because Job is the one who opened it with his own fear and his own words. That's why God tells us, fear not. 365 times he tells us not to fear in the scripture. Because fear is another element that opens up that door for the enemy to come in. It's interesting, isn't it? Because a lot of people would say, well, why would God tell, the enemy, that Job was exposed? Why would he? Because he's truthful. He ain't gonna lie. The minute that God starts doing the sins that he, opposes, then he ceases being God. He cannot. That's why he says, I am the Lord, I will not change. He will not change to become, what we want him